Hey, it's Trey with WGB Farm. I hadn't made a video in a long time. I know that. It's been extremely busy on my end. Um, I've been dealing with VA, my doctor's appointments where I got hurt at work, and all my hives, my 4 kids, and my wife. It all builds up, and sometimes things have to take the back seat. Uh, and if you have anything that's going on like that, you understand. Right now, I'm heading to one of my clients. They ordered a bunch of honey, so and they are burning through it as fast as I can pour it, as fast as they can sell it. So I was planning on sending it to them tomorrow, but they need it now, so I'm heading to them now. Like I said, that was my little quick update. Why I've been whack on doing videos and everything else. Just been making a lot of splits, trying to get my numbers back up. I bought bees, make sure I produce honey this year, which so far is going pretty good. Trying to think else, what else is going on. Been talking to a couple of friends. I'd like to know if anybody else has been noticing that you make a split and put a queen in, that queen disappears, but there's no queen in the hive. I've had a couple people call me and ask me about that, and I've seen it, and I have. And that's the interesting thing is it's not like they don't need a queen. I've actually a couple times had to do this. Made a split. The hive is actually queenless, and I've waited a day to make sure that there is no queen in there, and checked it over and over and over again, and went back to the old one and made sure the queen was still in there. So they've gone a whole day without a queen. They put one in, and they get her out, and she's gone. She's a fully mated queen. So if you are running into that, let me know. Like I said, I've had a few people call and ask me if I'm running into that. I'd like to know if anybody else is running into that. Because it doesn't make sense that, I understand that bees are going to do what bees do. All right? They're going to do whatever they want to do. But y'all know as much as I do that a queenless hive that has been queenless for a day or two is more likely to accept a new queen after they had to get her out than to just ball her and kill her and get rid of her. So I'm just interested to see what y'all think. Now, and like I said, there's other variables that could happen. They could have got in there, got her out, realized that she's defective or something like that, and took care of her. But the crazy thing is when I do this and I put eggs, and when I make that split and I have eggs and larvae and everything in there, they're not even making even a sign of making a queen cell, which is interesting to me too. Not even a queen cup being made. So I don't get it. Maybe I'm just missing something, but it's only been a few times it's done this. But I have run across it a few times, and then when I'm having other beekeepers in the area calling me and asking me, hey, are you seeing this too? Because this is happening to me. It's interesting. Other than that, I hope y'all's hives are getting stronger and stronger. I've noticed mine are, I'm splitting as fast as I can because they keep growing just as fast. I'm supposed to be getting some more queens in pretty soon, so I'm going to be making some more splits. Let's see. I got a couple new hive locations. One of them I'm pretty excited about. It's a beautiful piece of property. It's an old plantation home. I sent a letter out, asked him that I would be interested, if he would be interested in having bees on the property. Man, he called me. As soon as he got that letter, he called me. He was excited. Went out there, looked at the location. Beautiful place. Beautiful place. So I got to get out there, start putting up a fence and everything. And unfortunately, he said he's going to be selling it. And he said that he don't know if it sells within a month, if the new owners are going to want the bees out there. I told him, I said, you know what? I'll deal with it. I said, you got such a nice piece of property. I'll deal with it. If they decide they want to move, we would. This gentleman has been living on that piece of property for I don't know how long. He said, I can't remember how long he said, but he has planted flowers and trees and everything else out there, and he says that there is something blooming on this plantation every month, even in the middle of January, which excited me because that means bees will have something if they work it. He's very conscious about the pollinators and everything, so that makes me excited. I know he's not going to get out there and spray a bunch of crap, kill them off. So that's kind of new. Built a new yard at my buddy's place. He's actually he's planted trees on his property, but he is required by the USDA, I think that's what he said, to plant a pollinator garden. So as soon as I said something to him about putting bees on the property, he was excited. He was like, absolutely, put as many as you want out there. And I was like, dude, don't tell me that. I said, I might put all kinds of stuff out there. And he just started laughing. He was like, he's one of my best friends. We've been friends since, God, I don't know, childhood. That's the best thing. That's the best way to put it. So he just started laughing. But, you know, I'm not going to take advantage of that situation. And I explained to him the reason. And I talked to him, the way I talked to him was the way I would talk to anybody else about putting bees on somebody's property. And I explained that to him. I said, the only reason I'm doing this is we're not. So I don't feel like I'm taking advantage of you. I'm treating you like I would any client or any person that's going to allow me to put bees on the property. So he said he understood. I knew he would, but he didn't care. He's a great guy. What else? I got a new location. Well, it's been in the family, but just never used it. Thinking about using it now. Jeez. I'm going to highway patrolman up there. I wasn't paying attention to speed, so he's probably gonna get me, but that's all right. I'll deal with it if I do. Anyway, sorry. I forgot where I was at. I was dealing with that. we've owned this piece of property. Well, my grandfather owned this piece of property, and when he passed away, we ended up with it. It's down near Charlotte. Talked with my mother and father. I knew they wouldn't care, but I'm going to try to move some bees down there in fall, because they are about 2 weeks ahead of us, 2 to 3 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, ahead of us, because they're south. Right. I mean, when I say they're on the Virginia, I'm on the Virginia line. South Carolina line, I mean, he's maybe 2 miles from the South Carolina line. I remember going down there to see my grandfather, and he would actually drive into South Carolina to get fuel because it was like 10, 15 cents cheaper than it was in North Carolina, just over the line. So, one end of the state to the other end of the state. So, pretty excited about it. See how that works out. Because that way we have a grow yard. I've been talking to an individual who owns some property in Jacksonville, Florida. He has no issues with me dropping bees on the property. But the problem is everybody's drops bees in Florida. I don't want to jump on somebody, like lay down on somebody that's a mile away. You know what I mean? Don't want to sit down on them. Plus, I don't know what it's going to be like down here either. So, a 12-hour drive, or even if I get a flight, because he's right there at the airport. Even if I got a flight down there, it cost me, say, $200 to get down there and back. I gotta rent a truck. Then I gotta do this and do that. I have to have a whole nother set of what's the word I'm looking for? Suit and smoker and all that stuff down there, because I'm not gonna be able to bring it on a plane. So the logistics of it just doesn't quite make sense. Like, we've got bees in Georgia, and Dad and myself, we're gonna pull them out just because it needs to happen. It's hard for us to get down there and get back, check on them, and it's our fault. We had some people supposedly watching them, and we had to deal with them that they could shake and use them for pollination, but they owe us a little bit. They owe us money out of it. We haven't been paid, so we're gonna pull ours out. Now they're acting like they don't even know where they're at. The issue is we took pictures of everything, and now they're freaking out.
The speed limit is 55 miles per hour.
Yes, my truck talks to me sometimes. Let's see. What else? Anyway, so there's a lot of the logistics and stuff that are going on that people don't think about, especially when you're starting to move bees around. You got to think about those logistics. Cost of fuel. My bee truck does not get good gas mileage, fuel mileage, because it's a diesel. Well, not because it's a diesel, but because, first of all, it is diesel. Second of all, it gets 10 miles in a gallon. It's the big 7.3 diesel. Alright? And it doesn't matter if I'm pulling a truck, pulling a trailer with a Bobcat, and the truck's full of bees, it gets 10 miles a gallon. If it is empty and has nothing on it, it gets 10 miles a gallon. So, it's just the way it's geared, and everything is geared so low, it does not get up to speed quick. It doesn't, it just doesn't like high speeds either. So it takes a lot of money to get down. It only gets like 300 miles on a tank, 350 miles on a tank, something like that. So if you're going long distance, it ain't going. You're gonna be filling up, and you know how expensive diesel can be. Yeah, so this is kind of where I'm at with it. Kind of just a heads up. This is where we're at, and I'm just trying to make it through.
The speed limit is 55
hey.
miles per hour.
Yes, no, it's not. I'm sitting here arguing with my truck. What in the world? I hope everybody had a good Mother's Day. So, got to say Happy Mother's Day, or to your wife, your sister, your mother, your grandmother, or whoever you have in your family. They deserved it. I know I'm a little late on that. Yeah. So anyway, I am going to get off here, and I'll see y'all around. Y'all have a good day.